Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Transwest Truck Trailer RV. We are located in Fredrick, Colorado. My name is Larry Vickers. Today we're sitting in a brand new 2023 Freightliner M2 106. Now the conversion is Summit Hauler, and we're going to kind of go through some things today on what makes Summit Hauler different than the other conversion companies on the market. So as we start, let's take a shot directly in front. A big safety advantage to the Freightliners over the pickups is the visibility. And here is a demonstration of that. 2,500 square inches of glass in that windshield. That, coupled with the fact that we are already above traffic, makes visibility outstanding because we can see things in front of us and coming from both sides. As we come down and take a look at the dash, we notice it wraps around, okay? So this isn't flat. So when you're traveling and you need to make any type of an adjustment, it's right here. The backup camera is located right above me. So when you go to hook up your trailer, all you gotta do is simply glance up and utilize that backup camera. Air horn located right there. Now, as we take a look at the dash, this is the engine brake, and that's an important one. Turn it on, that is high. So if you compare it to a pickup that just has a little exhaust brake, this is a true engine brake. And what I mean by that, if you're coming down a sharp decline and you have that set to high, you actually have about 360 horses coming back at you. So that not only makes things safer for you and your family, but the other drivers on the road as well. Automatic transmission. Right now we're in neutral with the brake on, but when you get ready to start, press the brake, release this, R for reverse, D for drive, and you're on your way. You can also make it into a manual transmission. Simply press mode, shift up or shift down with those two arrows. The cruise control is located right here. Traction control located here. This locks the differential. This is the fan for rear air conditioning. So in the summer, turn the fan on, turn that to blue for cool, and you get cool air blowing into the back. You can also blow heat back there simply by pressing the red button. This is the dump valve. Now that lets the air out of the bed of the truck. So you would use that when hooking up your trailer. Let the air out, utilize your backup camera, back right underneath it, put the air back in, and basically hooks up your trailer for you. All you have to do is simply tighten things up. This is the light test button. So you press that button, all the lights on the outside light up. You would use that in a pre-trip inspection, and by having that button in there, that is something an individual can do by themselves. As we come on down, arc trailer brake located here. Charging ports located here. This dial is for the stereo. Climate control located here. Cup holders, and we see more than adequate storage room inside the console. Now let's go ahead and jump outside and take a look. So one thing that makes this particular truck stick out from the rest is fairly obvious, and that's the color of it. This truck is Viper red. Some things to notice: we see a row of lights running across the bottom, an additional row right above that. So at night, this truck really lights itself up. We see it comes with two storage components, a little bit smaller one in the back. And as we open on up, we see that it is Dimond plated to help protect it for years to come. And there's a significant amount of storage. It goes clear back here. And as you can see, I stretched my arm up, runs clear up here. So a really large storage box that comes with. As we take a look from this view, this allows us to see just how much room and space is available on this truck. Plus, the Summit hauler conversion is different because it offers the softest, most comfortable seats on the market today. As we go forward, both the passenger and driver's seat are air ride, and those adjustments can be made right here. This button is for the lumbar system, so that lets air in and out of the back of the seat. Finally, these seats can be heated as well. Simply switch the switch on and those seats will heat. As we come around, we'll take a look directly in front of the truck. And we're gonna start at the ground and work our way up. We see tow hooks located right there in the center. The bumper is actually broken into 3 sections. So if we are in an accident and ding one section up, we can simply swap that out without having to do the entire bumper. As we go on up and take a look at an aftermarket grille, as we come on up to the hood, that is made of compressed fiberglass. So it is extremely tough and durable. An example, we had a hailstorm come through last spring that simply demolished the pickups. But when you take a look at the hood of the Freightliners, you really couldn't tell anything had happened. And as we go on up, there's an outside look of the windshield, which confirms what we talked about on the inside in terms of visibility being really good in this truck. And finally, as we go on up, we see a row of orange lights right across the top. As we take a look under the hood, that is the Cummins 8.9 liter engine. It is coupled with the Allison 3200 TRV transmission. This offers 360 horsepower and roughly 1,150 foot-pounds of torque. As you'll notice, things are kind of color coordinated under here. So where we see red, we're gonna leave that for the Freightliner mechanics. But where we see yellow, such as here and directly across, those are things you and I can check in pre-trip inspections. A couple of other things to note. This is the fuel water separator. Now, if we leave lights on or something happens and the battery is dead, we can actually jumpstart this vehicle by using those charging ports right there. The batteries are located underneath the back seat. Another safety advantage the Freightliner has over pickups is the braking system. This truck comes with air brakes. As you know, pickups come with hydraulics. So as you compare the two, let's say we get a small leak in both. Well, in a hydraulic system, that oil is just going to continue to leak out until we get that line replaced, or worst case scenario, we go to hit the brakes and there's nothing there. We'll compare that to air. There's an unlimited supply of air, so we can simply keep replenishing it until we get a chance to get that fixed. This truck is stock number 5N230038. Another unique thing about the Summit hauler conversion is that it comes with tire balancers located right here. Now, as you pick up speed and as you gain momentum, that will balance the entire rotating mass. And that accomplishes 3 things. Everything is safer since it's balanced. It makes for a more comfortable drive. And finally, that will extend tire life up to 40%. The block heater is located here. We're definitely in that time of year where a lot of guys are gonna wanna plug that truck in at night. As we take a look inside the driver's seat, same as the passenger, from being air ride and the sim adjustments can be made right here. We notice underneath the steering wheel is a small pedal. That is to adjust the steering wheel when sitting in the driver's seat. Now, when you go to start your truck, turn that key about halfway. Let those gauges go all the way over and back. Basically, the truck is resetting itself. And then start the truck. If you get in a hurry and you start it prematurely, there is a chance that it'll kick a code that simply doesn't exist. Underneath this step is one of two 50-gallon fuel tanks. The other one is located on the opposite side. As the truck is sitting in rest, like it is now, it balances itself out. However, when you go to fuel up your truck, you're going to want to do that independently. And sitting beside the fuel tank is the DEF tank, which holds up to 6 gallons. Recent data is showing about 350 miles per 1 gallon of DEF. As we take a look at the back seat, it can be made down into a bed simply by pushing a button. I have checked with the DOT, and this does qualify as a bed. And then taken back up into the normal sitting position. Now, as we focus on the bed of the truck, it comes with 4-inch rails running along each side. And as we view it from directly behind, and we'll start at the front and work our way back. We can see located right in the middle at the top, that is the backup camera. As we come on down, we see there are 2 holes already pre-drilled. So if you are in need of more storage, we can get you another storage box that basically runs down like this. And by having those holes pre-drilled, we can ship it directly to your house, and that makes installation very easy. As we come on back, we see a trough is already cut out. We've had numerous trade-ins with this full back here and all beat up. So by cutting that out, that helps prevent the truck from getting wear and tear. As you can see, it comes with a gooseneck ball already. With that being said, a high percentage of my customers purchase the Hensley hitch. Now, that is a hitch that is basically on airbags. It's also known as the trailer saver. So when you're in your travels, instead of having metal on metal, that trailer is basically riding on air. Here's where we hook up lights for the trailer. This is for the Voyager system. If you are in need of additional cameras, examples would be in-horse trailers, under the mirrors. You can install those and plug them in right here. And finally, as we go down, we see a hitch for a bumper pull trailer. So as we review, this is a 2023 Freightliner M2 106. The conversion is Summit Hauler. If you have any other questions, feel free to call me at 303-684-3404. You can also email me at larry.vickers@transwest.com, or for more information, simply click on the link below. Thanks for tuning in today.